Welcome to the At
What's
the
going
Buzzer.
on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? This is At the Buzzer Sports Show with King Will and JessNett. What's going on?
Yep, and we are happy to be here on this wonderful, beautiful Thursday evening here. I know there's some college football
Absolutely.
games going on. I know people were telling me Colorado's playing and
Yep.
everything. So, it's a lot of great stuff going on. But we are here to bring you a great show, me and Will. So let's go ahead and get started, right?
All
So
right.
first and foremost, let's go ahead and, acknowledge our scripture here. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom and the man that getteth understanding. So basically, go ahead and have wisdom, basically, because the more wisdom you have, the happier the man is. And the more you get understanding within the wisdom, the more you realize how blessed and highly favored you are. So just remember that, happy is the man that findeth wisdom and getteth understanding, and be open to, all the understanding that you may need. So now we got that wonderful scripture down. Let's go ahead and get forth with the show. And our first topic is will anyone challenge the Chiefs in the AFC West? But also I wanted to ask, will this be the year that Josh Allen beats Mahomes in the postseason? Because that's been the talk of the town. Whether he's overrated or not, some people do, some people don't. But is this the year that Josh Allen beats Mahomes in the postseason, or will anyone else challenge the Chiefs in the West? AFC West,
No,
excuse
this
me.
ain't the year Josh Allen is going to beat Patrick Mahomes, only because Josh Allen, you don't even know what his wide receiver core going to look. He's been only looking good when he doesn't have Stephon Diggs. He doesn't have Stephon Diggs. Yes, he has the rookie Keon Coleman, but again, he's a rookie and he's not Stephon Diggs, who is a man-to-man buster or a zone buster. You can't really put him. And then when you give Josh Allen time to not blitz him and pressure him, he can pick you apart. But no, I don't believe it's going to happen this year because they have definitely been depleted this year. This is going to be a down year for the Bills, I believe. And as far as anyone challenging the Chiefs in the AFC West, I don't see it. I mean, you have the Raiders. Their quarterback situation. They go on there with Gardner Minshew. You have the Chargers, but already Justin Herbert is hurt. And then you have I know I'm forgetting the other team, Raiders, Chargers, the Broncos, who are going with Bo Nix at QB and are in flux right now. So right now, no one's going to challenge the Chiefs in the AFC West. The Chiefs got better, adding Xavier Worthy and getting Hollywood Brown from the Ravens. And then when you throw, the only thing they're missing is they lost Ladarius Sneed, the corner from the Chiefs. He went to the Titans, I believe. But no, I don't see nobody challenging them at all.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because it's been the talk of the town just because of the fact that they say that, Patrick Mahomes doesn't have the best help offensively like he has had they said it last year too. And look what happened. But he struggled. Remember, he struggled with what he had. He just showed greatness towards the end, and then had some other teams had some mishaps, like the Ravens didn't take care of business and all that. But he doesn't have the best. I know he has Travis Kelce, and I know they got rid of Tony, and they brought back your boy Juju, but
they cut Tony. Tony gone.
No, I said they got rid of Tony. And they got Juju back.
Yeah, Juju back. Yeah.
But she was a part of the first. Well, sorry, his second.
But but they got two very fast players in Hollywood and Xavier Worthy. So
yes, okay, but I'm saying they never been like the number one option, which I know that they'll never be because of Travis Kelce. But I'm just trying to say, he doesn't have a number one receiver besides, he has a number one tight end. If you want to count tight end as a receiver, okay, cool. But I mean, a number one wide receiver. I don't think he's had one since Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. And they probably thinking they catching that with Xavier Worthy because the last time they had a very extremely fast wide receiver, it was Tyreek Hill, and you see what that turned into. And now they get another one because Xavier Worthy is a very fast player. Ran the fastest 40. So
yes, that's very true. See. Do you think they should sign Juju? I'm sorry, not Juju. What's Julio Jones?
For what? He's cooked.
It doesn't matter if he's cooked. Patrick Mahomes can make him look good and could revive his career.
That's a waste.
That's what someone told me they should sign Julio.
Julio should retire. Honestly,
because he keeps on getting injured, but that doesn't mean
when you start getting injured and you're 34, 35, guess what time it's time to do? It's time to retire. It's your body telling you it's time to retire.
Okay, that's plausible, but I think he should try one more time, and I think he should try with a great quarterback. He just tried with Ryan Tannehill. That was the issue. If he would have tried with Mahomes or maybe a Joe Burrow or maybe
it's time to retire. Julio is not Julio no more. It's time to retire.
That's true, but
I don't even know why we're putting this question in the air.
Odell wasn't Odell, but during
and look what happened. Odell starting off
with the Rams. I'm talking about with the Rams.
And what has he been since then?
Because he tore his ACL in the Super Bowl, but he was playing well for them before that.
Everyone knows it. So he missed that whole year, and
they didn't use him. They didn't use him last year with the Rams.
And now he's already starting off on the PUP list.
Well, he's with Miami now, right? He's with
Miami. With the Dolphins, starting off with the PUP list. That's what I'm saying. He's cooked. Cooked. He need to retire.
Odell cooked too. He's not cooked. I don't think he's cooked.
He's cooked.
I think he's about to be in the microwave, but I don't think he's like.
He's cooked.
Fine. So, anywho, next up, we gonna talk about is the AFC South the most wide open than any other division? I think it is. Because I know you may think Houston's obviously going to take it, but if you really look, any team there can really go forth as the number one seed in the division. In my opinion,
any team in the AFC South, any team.
Yeah, almost any team. I think all the records be kind of close. What teams totally suck? That's Arizona, right?
You putting that much trust in the Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans?
I think Tennessee Titans.
You putting that much trust in Will Levis?
They say Will Levis is like the next Aaron Rodgers. That's what they say, but I don't know. So I have to see more of him. But that's what I'm told is very wide open out of all of the divisions. So do you think so or nah?
The most wide open. So when you mean wide open, meaning you think anybody can win it?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
I do. I really do. The Titans, they haven't been like totally garbage for a while. I don't think they're like totally garbage. They usually be right in it. Like, I'm saying they be
so you gotta think, all right,
third. The Jaguars have a chance.
Jaguars have a chance. Of course, the Texans.
Houston, Texans.
I don't know why anybody putting trust in the Tennessee Titans or Will Levis. You might as well take them out.
Okay, fine. And then what was the other one? Is Arizona, right?
Arizona is
forgive me.
The NFC West.
I get all the NFC, AFCs.
I get you.
I've been studying. But what's the fourth person?
It's the Jaguars, it's the Titans, it's the Texans. It's someone I'm forgetting. It's a slip my mind.
It's okay, y'all. Look, so either way, I think we both agree that the Texans are like going to be.
It's like it's their
Colts.
division.
It's the Colts.
Colts. Yeah.
The Colts aren't. They not dookie.
No. It's a lot on Josh Richardson.
Anthony
Richardson, and then you have Jonathan Taylor. They got a couple of good wide receivers, but it's all on Anthony Richardson, which I don't think he's going to stay healthy. That's his problem. I don't know if he's going to stay healthy. He's going to take a lot.
His potential is out of this world, though. His potential.
I won't say, because the most wide open division is the NFC South. That's the most wide open.
Okay, the one with the Falcons, right?
Yeah, the Falcons.
Well, we both said the Falcons would easily win, though.
Yeah, but it's still wide. Any of them teams you can see could win. Like,
even Panthers?
There's no. No.
Even Saints.
Saints, you could find a way.
Find a way. See, I told you didn't say that last time. I told you Derek Carr probably bring it on home. You didn't want to.
You could find a way.
Believe it.
You silly, but because NFC East with Dallas, Philly, Washington, and your sorry behind Giants.
I'm gonna take it because we got sorry. I have no reason not to take it. But guess what? If you want to give me Russell Wilson and you want to have Daniel Jones live your best life, I will definitely take him.
Whatever.
You could have him.
I will say this. The AFC South definitely sounds the most wide open. Like any of those teams could win, but I'll give you that. But I have no faith in the Titans. I think the Titans will Levis. I don't think it's going to be good.
I still think Houston Texans will take it. I still think they are the best team.
Oh, yeah.
I still think they're going to get about 12 wins at least. in my opinion.
Well, if Trevor Lawrence ever hits the what we expect out of him,
yeah.
the potential, he would be.
Because he has moments. He has moments when we're like, oh, that's the guy.
No, he heading toward bust territory because
I don't know about bust because he made the playoffs.
I mean,
every
they still
yeah.
And what is he? And what is he famous for the playoffs so far?
Well, that coming back on Justin Herbert, that was big.
True point. But he also threw like 4 interceptions in that game.
You are correct, but that was in the beginning. But then it's not how you start; it's how you finish. So. But we'll see. I still think Houston, Texas will take it over. So, I mean, you got a point. So, anyone want to take note of that or want to say anyone else will win the division, please let us know. But next up, we're going to talk about the 49ers Super Bowl window closing. You think it's closing or you think it's the time? They just signed, you know how I hate to say his last name, but Brandon, they just signed him. They realized they shouldn't be dumb because Pittsburgh apparently was about to go close on in. So
Pittsburgh, that wasn't serious. It's just everybody.
I think they were serious.
Everybody knew they wasn't serious. They wasn't serious because they asked for Micah Fitzpatrick, and George Pickens. No.
Oh, you didn't want to give up Pickens?
Not even that. Like even asking for Micah Fitzpatrick, one of the best safeties. Micah Fitzpatrick, one of the best safeties in the league. Like no.
Well, Brandon Ayuk is one of the best. I mean, he's top 10 territory wide receiver.
No, here's the thing, though. You can find another Brandon Ayuk before you can find another Micah Fitzpatrick because the wide receivers. Okay. Because even now, even in the college level, there are so many good wide receivers. Ohio State got a freshman that's a wide receiver that's probably going to be a top 5 pick in the next 3 years. Like. They got a freshman coming. So, like, you can find another one of those, but you're not hearing about very good free safeties. Like, no, that doesn't make sense. San Francisco wasn't trying to trade him. They was just bluffing. Everybody know they was bluffing because IU took the same deal that 49ers had on the table. He didn't add no money. There wasn't nothing. He took the same deal. So
is he second behind CD Lamb for that?
I believe so. He's like behind CD, I believe. I have to look at the numbers because the wide receiver numbers has been jumping.
Because CD wanted the same amount as what's his name, but that wasn't going to
happen. But their window is closing because they have literally probably 2 more years before it's time to pay Brock Purdy.
Kyle Shanahan, you better get it together.
Once they pay Brock Purdy, that's it because they're going to be able to keep everyone.
Unless Brock takes a nice little, team-friendly deal, he can.
Why would he do that?
He seems like a nice team-friendly young man.
Why would he do that?
He seems very nice.
Why would he do that? Why would he do that?
I mean, because he wants to win. If you want to win, you're going to do that.
We talking about NFL. We're playing to get hurt anytime. You better take your money now. And every player knows that.
You sound like my dad. My dad be like, get your money. Don't
get your money. And the way these quarterback deals is going up, it's going to break the bank. They're going to lose players. Trent Williams is not playing right now. I don't know. I think that's a contract issue also with Big Trent not playing.
They're not going to get rid of him, though.
But it's like, they probably got about 2 more years because when it's time to pay Brock Purdy, they're not going to be able to afford anybody unless they hit draft picks. That's when you have to start your draft pick. There's a saying that a team's window is only open until they have to pay the quarterback. Because once you pay the quarterback, you can't pay nobody else. And then your team kind of falls apart. And if you look, most teams win their championships within the first 5-6 years of their rookie deal, their quarterback, besides Kansas City with Pat Mahomes. But even then, they won within the first 5 years of his deal because they won in his third year. So, because then once it's time to pay everybody, it gets dismantled.
Right. No. That's factual. But okay, I think it's closing too. Kyle Shanahan messed up a few Super Bowls. Kind of 2. I won't count the third. The third one was kind of like, but the first, especially the one with the Falcons, his fault. The other one with when Pat Jones said, "Oh, Tyreek is somewhere over there." I won't say he messed it up. It's just Patrick Mahomes just went, off on him.
He lost 3 close Super Bowls.
Let's put it that way. He lost 3 close Super Bowls, and honestly, I think 1 or 2 of them he was favored. I won't say all of them he was favored, but I think 1 of them he was favored. So, but yeah, so Yeah, I think it's closing, and I actually like the Niners. And their fan base is one of the most decent fan bases. They're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs where they think they're gonna win every year. I actually can, I could tame them. But anywho, so next up, we're gonna go over to basketball, guys, and talk about the wonderful NBA. And there's been a lot of talk of the town, as y'all can see the question here. And can current NBA players play back in the 80s and 90s? KG, your favorite power forward of all time, says he doesn't think anyone in today's era can play back then. Is your boy right, or has he been knocking his head against, the what's it when he used to knock it against the court, the little basket, before he did the before he used to play? Is he
No, I
has
know
been
you're
doing
talking
that
about.
too much? Has he been doing that too much, or is he spitting facts?
This is absolutely asinine stupid. Like, I really do hate these type of questions because one, it's hard to prove, but two,
It's hard to prove, but it's just fun to talk about because at the end of the day, it's good to point out players like we know that will actually cook back then.
Because it's like more of a question like this: are you stripping away all the luxury that the current players have? Yes, and I definitely feel like that could definitely be correct because you're taking away, you're giving them the back-to-backs. They don't have the player luxury of being on luxury planes and stuff like that. So yeah, that's if they're used to that, not then being used to that, no, they wouldn't be able to last. Their bodies probably break down. It doesn't make sense why their bodies break down when they got so much easy technology. But a lot of players could play now that could play back in the days, just like a lot of players from back in the days can play now. I always feel like if you're good at basketball, you can play any era.
Okay, that's facts. I actually do agree with that, but I will say this: I do think, as much as people were like knocking each other out back then, I'm not even counting that. Uh, but I will say the hand checking thing is a little bit of a difference. I'm as far as like not being able to touch a player. I think the players now would definitely be annoyed. However, I do think they're skilled enough to work through it.
Yeah,
So
hand checking and the illegal defense where the center couldn't sit in the paint, basically, and then they widen the lanes if they shorten the lane back up. Like
I mean,
it's
it makes
different than
a difference,
it
but
does make a difference, but that's what I'm saying. But then the question also is, would the 80s and 90s adapt to a player that shot more threes? Because back then they didn't shoot a lot of threes back in the game because back then it was a bad shot. So would that player then know to shoot more threes, or would they more adapt to driving in the lane and giving the ball
I
to the
think
post?
I think they wouldn't have shot threes because because that wasn't the era. That's why he
Yeah, that
said.
wasn't the
That's why
era.
he
That's
said
that's a bad
no
shot. Yeah.
one can play back then because they rely more on threes today. He has a point on that, but I do.
Some
Here's
can because
my
Kevin Durant
point.
is a mid range. But go ahead.
No, I was just saying. No, I was just playing with you. But on the real, like I think that they would have just used their other strengths to get to do what they do. So I don't think that would have really mattered. So, but that's my take on it. I don't think it would have mattered. I think all the players today, especially like certain people's jumping ability and everything, I I think it would have been kind of easy. And they didn't call as many offensive fouls and everything back then.
Yeah.
So dunking on them and doing all the other stuff, and they didn't care if you talk trash that much back then. I actually think it would have been way more fun to watch if I was watching in the 80s.
I
But
mean,
the 80s is fun to watch, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's not like today. So the skills of these players today, put it back in the
oh no,
80s.
I'm gonna keep it real. The 80s and 90s, you have to absolutely love basketball to watch it. I mean, because if you look, the scores was like 77, 73.
Yeah,
They
it was
were
defensive minded.
ugly. It was
Defensive-minded.
definitely tough, defensive minded, slower game. Give the game, give the ball to the big man in the
Mhm.
post type game
Mhm.
that slowed the game up a lot. You don't have that. That's why some players don't make it in the NBA now because it's just ain't their type of game. Like a Kenny, like I know you heard of the kid Kenneth Lofton Jr., right? He would
Uh-huh.
be a he would
Oh
be
yeah,
a he
him,
would be
him,
a
him.
mo- he would be a monster in the 90s because he was a big man low post game type player. Like that's the type of game he is. It's just that's not what's made for now. That's what happened to Jahlil Okafor. Jahlil Okafor in the 90s would probably be a very good player because
Oh
he was
yeah,
an
for
old
sure.
school back to the basket type center.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, if you can't shoot threes as a center, then you're there's no reason for you. So I mean, it's just that's why I say it's just two different games. That's why I don't like arguing with people about eras and all that, because it's just too tough of an era. LeBron, I definitely believe LeBron could have played in the 80s and the 90s. I absolutely do believe that. Karl Malone size. I mean, the perfect reason I say that is I always said Grant Hill was pre-LeBron before LeBron. That a 6'7", 6'8", he wasn't as big as LeBron, but he was about 225, 230 with
like
handles.
6'7", right? Or something.
6'7", 6'8", you know what I'm saying? Can rebound and handle. And remember, when Grant Hill came in the league, he came in as a whirlwind, a monster. Like everybody was calling him the next Jordan. So if you see a Grant Hill succeed like that, I can definitely believe a LeBron can succeed like that. Grant Hill, it went to the ankle injuries came that kind of ended that. So I can't say that. I just can't say that. A Kevin Durant is a mid-range killer. Even if you take the three-point line away, his mid-range is a killer. And then just being 7 foot and with that high, you can have Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon. It doesn't matter when you can release 8-9 feet in the air. There's nothing you can do about that. It's just certain plays would work out. But it's just tough to tell. It's just really tough to tell, because then it's like you say, if you put the Michael Jordans or the Clyde Drexlers or the Isaiah Thomases in the now freedom where you can't touch, I mean, now everybody say, oh man, they're more athletic, but again, I believe if you are a legendary player, you're a legendary player at any era. So if you put Michael Jordan in this era with today's advanced technologies and workout coaches and meal plan coaches, Michael Jordan would be a monster. Like he would probably average about 50 points.
I think so too. Especially now, like you said, especially now in today's game.
Today's game where a tap is a foul. Just touch it is a foul.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine that? And then, Michael Jordan might have not shot threes, but again, he's a midway killer. And then, it's Michael Jordan. He probably would have developed a three-pointer because he just would have got mad enough and would have practiced it enough to become a three-point shooter. He just would have got mad. Yeah. So, it's just a tough question because you could never know, because there's so many questions you could say. Can 80s and 90s players play now? Well, are you giving them the advanced technologies now? Can today's players play back in the days? Okay, are you taking away the advanced technologies and all the extraness that they have? And can they play? I do think that does make a difference.
Factual. I agree with everything that you said. So I just wanted to point that out. Like, I do think there are ways to work around each era. And I do, like, I think Wilt Chamberlain would have, I don't know about 50 rebounds, but I'm just saying, like, he would have still cooked. Like, he was skilled enough to probably average 20 and 20. So
Wilt Chamberlain now is probably why we're so awe of Wembanyama. That is probably what Wilt Chamberlain was in the 60s and 70s. You got to think he was athletic like that. A 7'7" that was athletic like that. So
true.
I
definitely agree. So so we agree that players today can definitely play back then. But then there was another wonderful question. Your boy that's your face of the league. He says that there were no skilled players back in the Jordan era besides Jordan. Do you believe there were any other skilled players in the Jordan era? I could name quite a few, but do you think
another stupid question. Another disrespect.
Both of them were and you love both of these guys, right? So and they were both disrespectful.
Both disrespectful. And these are asinine questions. Like
no, but they were dead serious. I want you to know they were dead serious.
I think I posted a video of Isaiah Thomas dribbling the ball.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas was very skilled. I know he was annoying to people, but he was extremely skilled. Magic was skilled, obviously, in his way. Skilled. Larry Bird was very skilled. George Gervin was very skilled. Dr. J was skilled. I can name others. I'm just trying to think so hard.
Hakeem Olajuwon was skilled. Charles Barkley was skilled.
Carl, John Stockton, Mark Price.
Are we not including in LeBron James? Because LeBron James was 2003. So, he was at Kobe. He was in that era. Kobe was 96. Anthony Hardaway.
LeBron wasn't in that era. But Penny Hardaway.
That's what I said. Take LeBron. Yeah, Penny Hardaway.
I think he was talking about Was he talking about in the 90s or was he talking about in the 80s?
He said the Jordan era. It doesn't matter. The Jordan era is the 80s to the 90s. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's an asinine comment. Because, sir, Kobe came in the league in 96. Kobe came in the league in 96.
Yeah, so Kobe is skilled, obviously. Allen
Kobe is
Iverson is skilled, in my opinion.
Is skilled. Like Anthony
Steve
Hardaway,
Nash,
Grant Hill, Steve Nash, like
Ray Allen.
People forget athletic Ray Allen. Kevin Garnett came in the league in 95.
Kevin Garnett. That's probably why. That's why Kevin Garnett said what he said. He felt some type of way.
I would have too.
That's why he said playing today. And that's why he said that comment. I think that's what I think. That's why he said that comment. But and he probably thinks that was dumb for him. Well, no, it's KG. He probably felt that. But still, yeah. Both of them were out here bugging. They were out here bugging. But I don't know. No, excuse me. I know there was plenty. I just named 20. So I mean. Shaq was there. Shaq, no matter how big he was, Shaq, especially Orlando Shaq, showed a lot of skill as far as like dribble up and down the court. And,
you from New York? Patrick Ewing had skills. Patrick Ewing was a skillful center. David Robinson was a skillful center.
I don't want to talk about Patrick Ewing. He missed that layup.
If David Robinson
I don't know why he missed that layup.
This might sound crazy, but I'm just saying this for real. If David Robinson played right now, David Robinson would be one of the best centers in the league. David Robinson was before his time. An athletic 7'1" center that can run and jump and block. Like, come on. Like, Patrick Ewing had, man, come on. I know what you feel about Patrick Ewing.
I don't want to talk about Patrick. So, I mean, yeah, he missed that layup. He's so skilled. He missed that layup. But it's okay. I'm gonna let that go right now. But yeah, so him, Larry Johnson, my mama, what's his name? Yeah, him. Mm-hmm.
Grandmama, that's what you said. Grandmama.
Yeah, grandmama.
Sean Kemp had athleticism.
Even Muggsy Bogues was very skilled for his size. So he was out there. I don't know how he did that. 5'3".
Tim Duncan came in the league in 90.
Quick question: is he in the Hall of Fame? He's not, right? No. Personally, just because where he played, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. You may disagree. I'm probably sure you do. He's in the Hall of Very Good. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. Muggsy, I see you, friend. So anyway, is there any other comments regarding?
Now he did say he didn't watch a lot from that era, and that goes to show he didn't watch a lot. It's just, I swear basketball is the only sport that we do this.
He was born. When was he born? 2002.
He's 22. So
he was born in like 2002.
Man, I was a junior in high school. I was a junior in high school.
I'm so old.
You so old. I was a junior in high school. Where are you at? Where was you in 2002?
Yeah, I'm just a few years younger than you. I was entering junior high school. Yeah.
You was in a middle school, junior high school.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
So
yeah, but nah, yeah, he was bugging.
Yeah, he was bugging.
Okay, but yeah, that's all on that, guys. Let us know if y'all think there was any other skilled players in the Jordan era. We know there was multiple, but so. Next up, we're gonna, make it. After we vented about that. Let's go ahead and go into our games. I have a game and have one of the games. It's gonna be quick and fast. It's called Most Likely, and I'm gonna ask Will what's most likely to happen this sports season. I'm gonna have football, a basketball question, but mostly football because it's football season really about to start. So, number one, Lincoln Riley or Jalen Doboer, excuse me if I'm not saying his name right. He's the Alabama head coach. To have more wins. Who's most likely to have more wins their first season in their new head coaching job? Lincoln O'Reilly or Jalen DeBoer?
Well, you mean which not? Because Lincoln Riley been the coach of USC for 3 years. You mean
no?
Who's gonna have the most?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm sorry. I meant, but I know Jalen
Yeah, he's a new coach.
He's a new coach. That's what I mean. Who's gonna have? Who's most likely to have?
And it's gonna be him. Alabama has a better team than USC. At first, we was all worried, and it's like we really thought that once Nick Saban leave. But I mean, if you've talked to me, I've told people about the history of Alabama. Alabama is not going to drop off. They're going to make sure they're good. So that cupboard wasn't left bare from Nick Saban. And Kalen did recruit very well. He got some good recruits coming in. I expect Alabama to compete with Georgia for the SEC title. And they'll have more wins. With USC, one traveling, they're now in the Big Ten, which means now they got to travel a lot more to the East Coast. That could be a potential problem later on. Quarterback questions, they got Miller Moss at quarterback, but we don't know. They do got the Brees brothers at wide receiver. They got some decent running backs. Defense, of course, is always a problem with USC. At any time with a Lincoln Riley team, the defense is always going to be a problem. I just don't see them competing very well in the Big Ten. Right now. So no, I give it to Alabama.
Okay. Respect. Yeah. So next up, Prime having under 10 wins or Harbaugh. I can never say his last name. Harbaugh with the Chargers having 10 or more wins. So Prime having under 10 wins.
It's Harbaugh with 10 wins. Colorado's probably going to win 7. Colorado's probably going to win 7 wins, 7 games. I keep telling y'all. Colorado, it takes 3 to 4 years to get your team turned around. He hasn't done it. He will probably win 7 wins this year.
Dang. Harbaugh, I just like saying his name. I can't never say it, but I think it's hilarious. Yeah, I personally think he will have more wins than Prime. I don't know if it's going to be 10 or more, but I do think they're going to have more wins than the Colorado football team. I do. Cowboys winning the Super Bowl or Falcons making a division game, the divisional game?
Falcons making a divisional game. Cowboys ain't going to no Super Bowl.
Will you do, man? Why you do them boys like that?
They gonna do what they always do, choke. Like they always do.
Not the Falcons making it all the way to a divisional game over the Cowboys winning.
I mean, that's just making it to the playoffs and making it to the next round. You know, first round is wild card, second round is divisional, third round is conference.
So you think they have a chance to win a?
Yeah, that's very possible.
Burrow winning, Joe Burrow winning MVP or Josh Allen beating Mahomes in a playoff game?
Joe Burrow winning MVP.
Golly!
Nah, I believe that. And for the record, Colorado is now losing. It's 10-7.
They're losing?
Yeah, Colorado's losing 10-7 right now. Hey, don't sleep on it. I was telling people, do not be surprised North Dakota State beats Colorado. Are you laughing? North Dakota State ain't no bad team.
I'm not thinking you lying. I'm just saying, like, yeah,
I'm just saying.
It's just hilarious. So Joe Burrow will win MVP before you think that's most likely more to happen than Josh Allen beating Mahomes in a playoff game, just to make that clear.
Yeah.
I actually think Joe Burrow's gonna have a great season. I personally think he's gonna have a great season.
What we're gonna see is Jamar Chase gonna come in because Jamar Chase want that bag. I don't know if he's gonna come out there without Chase.
Yeah, I saw him with his white tee and his shorts on.
So
okay, last one. Lakers winning 50 games or Houston losing 50 games? Don't disrespect.
That actually would be Lakers winning 50 games because Houston's actually gonna have a very good team. They're threatening to make the playoffs this year. So
wait, so which one? What's most likely to happen?
Lakers so it would be the Lakers 50 wins because I expect the Rockets to threaten in the playoffs. So
you say Lakers will win at least 50 games.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were trying to disrespect.
It's more likely that the Lakers will win 50 games than the Rockets losing 50. And I'm going off the muscle of the Rockets. I expect to do very well.
Okay. So next, that was fun, guys. Yay. Next up, I wanted to show a really fun. I want Will to name the top 10 ugliest shooting forms according to Clutch Sports. Now you're gonna name people. I'm gonna say where they land, and I'm gonna see if you get them. So who, like, of all time, top 10 ugliest shooting forms, like in basketball, obviously, according to Clutch Sports. Do not cheat. Don't look it up. It definitely looks like you're looking it up. But okay, name some.
Okay, so of course Sean Merriman is the famous one.
Okay, he's number 3.
Okay. Bill Cartwright.
He's number 9.
Joakim Noah.
He's number 10. Not you reading them.
I'm not reading them for real.
Oh, you counted. Okay. I hope you're not cheating. No, Joakim Noah's number 10. Cartwright's number 9. Sean Marion's number 3.
What's my guy name? Martin. Kevin Martin.
That is right. He's number 4.
What's that? Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
Yep. He's number 8.
Okay. Who's another one? Now I'm stuck. That's how I'm not looking it up. I knew all of them off my head.
Well, yeah, I mean, you said Gilchrist. I'm surprised Gilchrist wasn't higher because his was a hot mess. But yeah, okay. Try and think of new people.
I can't think of nobody new.
You should. Like one of them is on the USA team, and he's corny, and he didn't play that much.
Tatum?
No, even though his is hilarious, but no, not him. You should. Who the other light skinned guy?
Did Derek White? Derek White shot at ugly.
No, it's not him. Who the one that didn't play? He corny.
Oh, you're right, Halliburton.
Yeah,
Halliburton.
He's number 2.
It's a weird form. That is right. It is.
He's number 2.
Okay.
Think of another new one. They make fun of him because it looks like he has a backpack on when he shoots.
Oh, Draymond Green.
Yes, he's number 7.
That's true.
And then another one, he was old and he played for the Lakers and they loved him. And I was shocked he was on this list and he was voted. He was like an older guy. He was low-key a rookie. He got his time to shine on the Lakers.
Black or white?
Black. I'm gonna give you that one. It's Andre Ingram.
Okay.
You remember him? I actually didn't think his shot was that bad looking, but apparently it is. So
yeah, I didn't think that either.
But he's number 6. The other one is a white boy that came from the Spurs. He has like orangey hair, kind of. He was a good 3-point shooter.
Played for who?
The Spurs.
Orangey hair. What era?
Not too far ago. Not too long ago. 10 years. 5 years. His first name starts with Matt. I'm sorry. His first name is Matt.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about?
I do know you.
But he's number 5.
I know you're talking about.
Matt
Bullet.
Bonner.
Yeah, because Bullet is the Rockets.
Okay, yeah. And then the last one, it's the number 1. He actually was in the MVP, and I was shocked. I don't think his is kind of bad, but
he's an MVP.
No, yeah, he was in the MVP conversation.
When?
This past year. People thought he should have won over Joker.
Luka?
No.
Shea?
Yeah, he was voted number 1. This got to be, and I thought to myself, this got to be a new ranking. Like people, I got
to look at that one. I have to look at that one because I still believe Sean Marion has to.
Oh no, let me tell you, Sean Marion is number. We all agree, and Bill Cartwright is trash too.
Bill Cartwright is ugly.
Mount Rushmore. So I don't Mount Rushmore of ugliest forms, but yeah, I agree. Sean Marion and Gilchrist might be my number 1 or 2, but either way, Sean Marion is definitely on Mount Rushmore of ugliest forms. So, and then one more, I didn't want to do this because I didn't want to forget about it. So it's going to be real quick. It's one more thing. It's the blind rank game. And I want you to blind rank these 5 WNBA duos. Okay. blind rank these 5 WNBA duos. So, and it's 5 of them. So, first one is Maya Moore and Simone Augustus.
Like, who's ahead of who?
No, blind rank these WNBA duos. So, 1 being the best.
Oh,
Remember how they
gotcha,
used to play?
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 5 being the lowest. So, I said Maya
3.
Moore and Simone Augustus. 3.
3.
Good one. Sue Bird, Lauren Jackson.
2.
Dinah Taurasi, Brittany Griner.
4.
Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops. I kind of know where you're going with this.
1.
And then the last one is Asia Wilson and Chelsea Gray. So you have them last.
5, yeah.
Would you change anything?
No,
that's correct.
That's pretty correct right there.
I can agree for sure. But yep. And then the last one we have here also is, we're going to listen to King Will's expectations for the Miami versus Florida game.
I specifically put this title up to let all you Florida Gators people watching this stream. The Miami Hurricanes are going to dominate this game. We're going to destroy the Florida Gators. I believe in the Miami Hurricanes. The Miami Hurricanes are coming back to the dominance they used to be in. I have faith this year. I have faith in Mario. We got Cam Ward, Xavier Rispera at receiver. We got Damian Martinez at running back. We got the defense. We're about to eat up some Florida Gators. It is over. The Canes are back, baby.
And on that note, we're going to go to King Will's wonderful quote here that he has for us.
All right, so my quote for anxiety today is trust yourself. You survive a lot and you'll survive whatever is coming. A lot of times when you go through your anxiety attacks, you feel like that there's never the open tunnel, that you can never survive or get through what you're going through. But it's always, you have to always believe in yourself, and there will always a light at the end of the tunnel. I always say meditate in the morning. That's something I do every morning. I meditate to try to get my flow, the positive flows going, have some type of positivity, and believing that even though I'm going through what I'm going through right now, I can get myself through it. And eventually I can find that happiness. I talk, finding different ways. If that's walking, I walk now, I walk with my dog. But always know that you can survive through the storm. And always, if you need anyone to talk to, I'm always someone open to talk to. So that is my anxiety quote for the day.
Thank you so much for that. He is absolutely correct. And on that note, thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful Thursday. And we'll see you next Tuesday, right?
Next Tuesday when Miami whoop up on Florida. I'm going to be ignorant on Tuesday once we win that first game. Y'all know it's the truth.
Well, okay. So, yes, we'll talk to y'all later. You have a wonderful, blessed day. Jamal Crawford, Manu Ginobili, or Lou Williams.
Manu's Hall of Famer.
Tony shouldn't make it.
Tony, he will be. I bet you he will be.
Lou gotta go.
His teams were just better. And he had and they
low
both
key
had
agree
GOAT
with
coaches.
that one, but that is tough.